Good morning, King George County Schools. It's Monday, September 16th, and believe it or not, we have 1 month of school behind us. So parents and students, if you've not already done so, please make sure that you're logging in to PowerSchool, checking your grades, making sure that you do not have any missing assignments. It is about interim time right now, and we're halfway through the first quarter, so please make sure that you are on pace to succeed this school year. Parents and students, if you've not yet seen the September newsletter, please take a look at that when you have an opportunity. It's got a lot of wonderful information about the things that have already happened within the first month of school, and it's got a lot of information about the upcoming events that would certainly be worth your time to attend. So please check that out because you can see all of the amazing things that are happening in King George County schools through that newsletter. On a heavier note, last week, many school divisions across the country and across the Commonwealth and many of our surrounding school divisions experienced a rash of school threats. And so what I wanted to do this morning in order to see if we could assure our community that we work through these very diligently is kind of explain the process that goes on behind the scenes when we do receive a threat. So when we receive a threat, regardless of what we believe the credibility of it or the severity of it, we pull together very quickly a threat assessment team. The threat assessment team is composed of school administration, school board office employees, counselors, social workers. We have our school resource officer that attends these meetings very quickly so that we have a direct link with our sheriff's department. And what we do is we pull all these individuals together with their levels of expertise in their specific fields, and we work through very methodically a threat assessment process that has been approved by the Department of Juvenile Justice. And it's a series of forms, and we work through them as quickly as we possibly can so that we can quickly determine the level of threat. As soon as we have individuals involved or we understand the nature of the threat, we go into action almost immediately. During that time, what we do very quickly after we determine the severity of the threat or the credibility of the threat is we attempt to get information out to our community. And you probably saw last week what that'll look like is it'll be notification that a threat occurred. We will very generally, because it's early in the investigation, describe the nature of the threat. We'll let you know that we are working with our King George County Sheriff's Department to investigate the threat. We'll let you know early on whether or not we believe the threat to be credible, and then we let you know some next steps. We also try to encourage you to continue to speak with your students because it's very important that we all, students, families, everyone in our community understands that we do not take any of these threats lightly. So please continue to have these conversations with your students because it's a very serious situation, and we want to make sure that at all levels, to the best of our ability, we avoid having to go down this road. But nevertheless, when we do have to go down this road, I can assure you that regardless of whether we consider it to be no threat, low threat, medium threat, or high threat, we're going to treat all of these situations extremely seriously. So that's why typically what you'll see is if we're aware of an individual that has made a threat, then they will not be in school for an extended period of time, most certainly until we finish the investigation, but potentially very much longer, depending on whether or not the allegations are determined to be true. The next thing that our community often notices is that we have a very increased Sheriff's Department presence at our schools where the threats may or may not occur. So regardless of if it's a low-level threat or high level, we are going to respond to it as if it were a high-level threat. So those things you will see, and we'll make our community aware of those as quickly as we possibly can. I know there's always this desire to have more information. Our approach has been that we give you information as early as we possibly can in the investigation, and I know that the downside of that is it's not all of the information that the community wants, and I can tell you that it is not going to keep pace with all of the information that's flying around on social media. I just caution you that a lot of the information that is flying around on social media is inaccurate, please continue to contact the school division if you want more accurate information up to the minute. It'll be much more accurate and much more tangible than probably what is going on in Facebook world. So please continue to work with the school division as we work through those situations, and don't get wrapped up into the social media ends of things. We will deal with these situations to the full extent that we can deal with them. Now, what that oftentimes involves is an investigation that takes some time to be very thorough, and what it ends with is oftentimes a potential school board hearing, which takes days to complete before we get to that point. So please rest assured, everyone in the community, that we give that information as early as we possibly can. We make a determination based on the information that we have at the time, and I can tell you that we will always operate out of an abundance of caution. Your child, our students, are of our paramount concern, above all else, above any academic concern, above any concern associated with, quite frankly, anything. The safety of your child is extremely important to us. I have children that go to King George County schools. And I know everyone watching this potentially has, children that attend our school division, and above all else, the safety of our children is what we will move forward with, keeping paramount, keeping above all else when it comes to any type of threat situation. So thank you all. I want to thank everyone in King George County Schools, and really those parents and students who helped us and supported us last week while we were working through very challenging situations that, like I said, many school divisions across the country were dealing with last week. Thank you, those in King George that helped us work through this. King George is a great school division. It's a great place to be. And even through difficult situations, when we see those folks that come and join together and work with us through challenging situations, it always reminds me that we live in a good place. So thank you all. If you have questions moving forward, please do not hesitate to reach out to King George County School Board office. You can always go on the King George County School webpage and click on Superintendent, and there is a link there that says Ask the Superintendent. So that'll give you a direct link to my email, really, where if you have any questions or any follow-up information that you'd like to provide me after this video, I would greatly appreciate that as well. So thank you all. Let's hope for a wonderful week moving forward. And please remember to take a look at that newsletter, because there's a lot of great things going on here in King George County Schools, and we want to make sure that our community is aware and able to attend if possible. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.